Good evening traders, Joseph here from Eightcap. We're just looking at the US 30. Now, if you haven't seen the markets, I'm sure you would have, there's been a very sharp sell-off tonight in Europe after a real escalation in cases with the coronavirus outside China. So we did see some very strong gaps to start the week on the CFD indexes. The German 30 tracks the DAX. And this selling has not only continued on, but it's really turned into a cascade of a real plunge, if I might say, in selling. So the German 30 reached close to 3% down this evening. If you include the gap, it was a lot more. This has been widespread across the key European indexes. We can see here the UK 100 tracks the FTSE. It's currently down 3.19% from the close on Friday, and early Saturday morning. And we can also see a similar story on the France 40, the CAC, which has been really dramatically affected by this selling that we're seeing today. It's down 3.64% so far. So the question really goes on to the US market at the moment, and just looking at the US 30 now that tracks the Dow, which is currently still in out of hours. We can see that gap down to start Monday's trade, and as this cascaded into further selling. So currently we're seeing a fall of 2.5%, and it's been listed that the Dow set to drop around 700 points on open at this stage. And what we're really starting to look at now is how what is the current position of the trend. So we're sitting at this low here, which is sort of a semi-support point, lines up with this previous high here. Now a breakthrough that point technically starts to suggest that sellers are really underway. We wouldn't be surprised if we do see a dip below that tonight, but a close below these lows starts to set off nearly more of a medium-term downtrend. Now anything could happen tonight. We've had a long move up, and we've started to see a bit of consolidation here that's turned into some panic selling, and we did see some really aggressive drops over a year ago at the height, the start to the midpoint of the Chinese-US trade war, where the Dow dropped over 1,500 points. Now, we're not saying we could see that tonight. We are going to see that tonight, but it's definitely something to have a think about, that markets are sort of top-heavy at the moment, and we're seeing the first real signs in a while of some really strong negative influences, with markets sort of teetering at support points. And we did see on Friday, when markets were teetering sort of at low points, that they were blown through quite quickly, and this has followed through now down to this low here. So keep an eye on these price points tonight. If we do see a strong breakthrough, it does start to set up a lot of pressure on the current trend that is in play here, and even possibly a test or break through that. Now if this is being overdone, and when we do see value buying come back in, we'll be looking for this point here to hold due to its current support point and a previous high. And like we said this before, if it breaks, we could possibly see an acceleration down to test maybe areas down here during the week, or even tonight, depending on what happens. So one of the key markets really benefiting at the moment from this uncertainty due to the coronavirus is gold, and we can just see gold is off highs, but it's had another fantastic session today, adding a further, to this point in the day, a further 1.6 to 1.66%, and that takes the 2-day rally that we've seen when this new uncertainty about new cases of coronavirus got underway, taking that rally off up to the 3.75% point. So keep an eye on the markets tonight. The US futures at this stage are not looking very good at all, and we're not hoping for fireworks, but we could see them. So keep an eye on it, and please manage any risk if you are trading in these times. So good trading, and have a good evening or a good day, and bye for now.